Hey everyone, it's Kai from Kool Collectibles, back again for another review. This time it's the Enterbay NBA Scottie Pippen 1/6 scale figure. For all your Enterbay NBA figures, click the link in the description below to head on over to Big Bad Toy Store. They ship worldwide, so definitely check them out. Alright, so I think I reviewed the Michael Jordan and Dennis Rodman figures last year sometime, so it's taken them a while to release Scottie Pippen. I think it did release in Hong Kong a couple of months ago, but it did take them a while to actually finalise the pre-order for him, so I'm assuming there were some license issues that they were discussing with Scottie Pippen. But once they did announce it, there was no way that I was going to pass it up to complete the what I guess is the best NBA trio of all time, with their 72-10 win season and their three-peat back in the late 90s. So definitely glad to finally have the Scottie Pippen figure. So I'll give you a quick look at the accessories and what it comes with. So the packaging is pretty much the same as the previous releases. The texture is slightly different. It's more, I think, similar to the last shot Michael Jordan packaging rather than the Rodman, which I think is a bit more of a smooth texture to it. But it's got the number and the signature and so on, so pretty much the same there. I guess the biggest difference when I opened the box was the previous figures were actually assembled, and so the head sculpts, the uniforms and so on were actually placed on the figure. I guess this time they've either decided it was too much work and got lazy, or they just wanted us to open it up and decide for ourselves. But it just comes with the base body, which I'll show you guys in more detail in a bit, because Enterbay bodies do have their issues, so I'll get onto that in a second. But so I'll just move this body out of the way. So the stand is pretty much the usual NBA style stand, this time with, of course, the Scottie Pippen marquee there. So I do like that usual sort of wood finish on the stand, or fake wood finish. It comes with the standard championship trophy, so for the three-peat. So now I've got the three trophies, so I'm plenty of sort of display options, so I'll probably have one of them holding that at least. It comes with his iconic Nike shoes. Unfortunately, as you can see, they did not manage to get the Nike license, or I guess maybe they didn't even bother trying to get it, to pay the extra cost, I guess. But everyone sort of remembers this style. But that is supposed to say Air, of course. I think these were called the Air Up Tempo, and I did actually have this pair back in my university days in 97, 98. So good memories there. So at least they sort of tried to mimic that style. And I'll probably have these on him because he's probably remembered more for that than these sort of generic shoes here. I'm assuming these were Nike shoes, and it actually does say Pippen back there. I'll probably have to look back through the Bulls books that I've got and just have a look at the photos and see which shoes he wore in that last season. But overall, the sculpt on the shoes is pretty nice. Comes with the same sort of basketball with the magnet in there. So if I just grab one of the hands, you can see the magnet in the palm there, and you just find the particular spot that has the magnet, and there it is. And you can pretty much have him palm that ball and hold it like so. So I do like that. With the hands, he comes with two fisted hands on the body itself. And then he comes with 2, 4, 6, 7 additional hands. So I guess these two hands are just the relaxed sort of palming hands. The paint application's pretty decent shade. That's accurate to his skin tone, but not too much overall detail in the paint application. But they look pretty good. It comes with this weird sort of gesturing hand. I can't remember him doing this gesture all that much on court, so I'm probably going to have to go back through some of the videos of full matches that I've got on DVD and so on. just to see how often he did that. He's got a sort of a semi-fisted hand. He's got the sort of splayed hand for the drive, and similarly slightly different sculpt there with the 3 fingers closer together, and then just another sort of relaxed palm. So I'm not quite sure which ones I'll be using to pose with the rest of them, but we'll get to that once I post up some photos on the website. Similar to Rodman, he does come with 2 head sculpts, and initially when I saw the head sculpts on the Enterbay Facebook page, I actually couldn't tell much of a difference at all, but in hand there are some slight differences. So I'll just quickly show you. So the one that has the gaze that's more straight has a slightly open mouth, so you can sort of see a glimpse of the teeth behind there, whereas this one here seems to be looking off to the left slightly, with a closed mouth. Now I would say that the sculpt itself, I don't think it's as accurate as the Jordan figures, nor the Rodman. The Rodman probably had the issue where I thought the head sculpt was slightly underscaled. It was a bit too small. I haven't actually put the Scottie Pippen head sculpt on the body yet to see how the proportions look. I mean, you can tell it's him, but he does look better from some angles. Like for example, like that angle from the top there looks pretty good, but from certain other angles it doesn't look quite as accurate as it probably could have been. Maybe something to do with the eyes. The hair seems fairly accurate enough, and the paint app and everything else is pretty good with the beard and the goatee and so on. The eyes are nice and glossy, and the nose, you know, he always did have a fairly big nose. So overall you can tell it's him, but just something not quite 100%. So overall still pretty happy with it, and he will look pretty awesome next to Rodman and Jordan, which I'll bring out in a second, but not as good as the previous ones. With the outfits, they pretty much packaged everything up like so. So you get both the away and home jerseys, and I'll probably have all of them in the red outfit. You get his biker shorts, I guess, underneath, his forearm band, and black and white socks. So I'm not sure what they normally wore, white socks probably, but I'll go back and check the photos. So this is the first time I've actually had to swap the costumes on and put them on, because previously the figures were clothed, but I guess I'll see how I go with tucking everything in. But I'll just get the body back and give you guys a look at the base body. Alright, so here is the base Scottie Pippen body. The skin tones, I think, pretty good, and the overall proportions of the body itself are probably okay. It looks like, because I guess Jordan was the shortest out of all of them. I think Jordan was 6'6", Pippen was 6'7", and Rodman was 6'8". So hopefully when I put them all side by side, we get that feeling. From online photos, it does look like they've made that pretty accurate. It does have the little Pip tattoo there, just on the bicep or the area there, so that looks pretty good. And overall, the sort of the skin texture and the tone of the skin is pretty good. I haven't actually seen if all the others had the Enterbay logo on them, but you get the Enterbay logo there. Articulation wise, I think it's pretty good, except for the shoulders, and as always the Enterbay bodies always have to have something wrong with them, and the shoulders on mine, just like they were on the Rodman, are pretty much ridiculously tight. So I'll do those last, but I'll give you a look at everything else. So it comes with the neck on the ball joint, so that can move around. It comes with the sort of torso swivel at the top here. Comes with the waist articulation as well, so the whole torso to get him into those basketball poses is pretty good. Elbows single jointed elbows, but they do articulate pretty well, and you can pretty much only get them into about a 90-degree bend. The elbows do have articulation as well, and rotate and so on, so nothing new there for a 1/6 gal figure. The legs have a pretty good range of motion at the hips, and they do have this thigh swivel, which is pretty good. The knees, double jointed knees, so they do bend quite a way. And with the feet, it comes with these pegs that pretty much slot into the shoes. So I think I just gotta have to figure out, I think you might have to put the socks on first and then slide this peg into the holes in the shoes. I'm just trying to shine the light in here because I can't actually see where the hole would be, to be honest. It looks like it's closer to the top of the tongue here as opposed to deep inside the shoe, so I'll just have to see how that fits and looks. But so overall, the articulation on the figure is pretty good, but it's these shoulders that really annoy the crap out of me. It looks like they've made the joints fairly strong, which is a good thing, because if they didn't, I would have snapped it off by now. But the shoulders, they do have the rocker motion back and forth. The problem with the shoulders is moving the arms straight out to the sides. Rotation wise, they are a bit squeaky, but there's no real issue in the rotation, so you can rotate this one as well, so no major issue there. But you just need to be really careful when you swing the arm straight out at 90 degrees. So I try to hold, because of that whole joint in there seems to move around and flex quite a bit. I try and put my finger there to stop that joint moving up, and then I put my thumb as close as I can to the bottom, and this joint here, it's on a ratchet, so it just clicks through several times. So if I just try and do it, so there's one click. As you can see, the shoulder also rotates up and down, so you just need to try and, it's almost like you're trying to yank it that way, 90 degrees, without trying to move the whole joint up, because it's on this ratchet. So this one's, the left arm's probably a lot looser, so you can do that, and then essentially just to get it back, you just need to almost force it up. See, I can't even do that now. So it's just so difficult to move the shoulder. So on this side was the one that I had some serious problems in doing. So I'll just see if I can do that on camera now. And so you can hear that one click there. So I'll probably leave it at that, to be honest, before I do snap something on camera. So all in all, you just need to be really careful on how you position his arms and so on, just in case you do snap something. I don't know why they have to make it so damn tight. I mean, none of the Hot Toys figures that I have that particular issue with the shoulders. The arms go out pretty in and they hold their position pretty easily. So their true type bodies are still a cut above these Enterbay bodies, in my opinion. So just be careful for that. But off camera, I'll get him into the outfit and with the full gear, and then show you the comparison with Rodman and Jordan. So I'll be back in a sec. Alright, so here is Pippen all set up. And it was probably a bit more difficult than I thought it was going to be, especially the shoes. Thanks to Charles and a few others on 1/6 Republic that gave me some advice. Pretty much back to the old hairdryer trick to really soften it up and squeeze the peg in there. Otherwise you're definitely not going to get the damn shoes on. So thankfully I did that and got them okay with the socks on there. So the elastic shorts are on underneath, just like Jordan's are, the forearm banner, and I chose the sort of head sculpt that is looking slightly towards the left, just for this particular pose that I'm going to have with these three and Rodman on the left here. So together, as you can see, the height is pretty damn good. So Rodman is the tallest, Jordan the shortest, and Pippen in the middle at 6'7". So they have done the scale pretty damn good. The skin tone on all of them is pretty accurate as well. Jordan probably being the darkest, as he was, and together just this trio looks pretty damn fantastic. So I'm definitely glad I finally completed that with the 3 trophies. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys like that fairly quick look at the Enterbay Scottie Pippen. That's pretty much it for the NBA figures for me. I'm not going to bother getting Shaq or Kobe or anything like that, so I'll stick to the classic 90s players that I like. Hopefully if they do release some of the other classic players like Magic, Bird, you know, the whole Dream Team, if they did the Dream Team, I'd probably buy all of that as well, the original Dream Team, that is. So hopefully you can click that subscribe button, and then stay tuned for upcoming reviews. I've got Han and Chewie from Hot Toys coming in soon. I still haven't done my Transformers and my NECA Aliens figure reviews. I've just had too many things going on at once. And I will be putting up a collection update video with my new cabinets and so on soon. So stick around for all of that. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers. Bye.